My last guest today earned the National Kidney Foundation's 2021 Congressional Award for his work to fight kidney disease. Congressman Donald Payne represents the 10th District of New Jersey and is co-chair of the Men's Health Caucus. Welcome, Congressman.
Having me.
Well, just like some of our prior speakers, there are personal stories that deal with chronic kidney disease. Your issue is quite personal. Can you tell us your story?
Sure. I've suffered from diabetes probably the last 30 years, and in the last decade, it's really come to a point where it started impacting different processes in my body. I was losing my eyesight at one time, and I've fought numerous diabetic ulcers on my feet, trying to keep my limbs. And subsequently, we know that one of the impacts that diabetes has is definitely on the kidneys. And so about 2.5 years ago, might even be 3 now, gee, I can't keep up. But I was told that my kidneys were only working at 20% capacity, and that I needed to go on dialysis. Being the kicking and screaming all the way to the doctor type that I am, I kind of put it off. And I had a very difficult bout with retaining fluid in my body because of the lack of renal function. And I subsequently was in the hospital for something else, and they kind of had me as a captive audience and put me on dialysis. And so, I've been on dialysis, I said, for the last 2.5 to 3 years. And going through that process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's quite a reason to get involved in this. You are a leader on the Men's Health Caucus, and you mentioned, putting off doctor's appointments, which I certainly have done. I know a lot of other men have done that. What does the Men's Health Caucus do?
We try to explore the issues around men's health and making it something we bring to the forefront. And, with members of Congress, are human beings too. And so, we try to raise issues and awareness around men's health and issues that men suffer from, and try to make sure that, we have a healthy outlook on life, and nutrition and exercising, and everything to do to keep men in a healthy situation, state of mind, so they can do the things they need to do in order to serve their families and the community.
We have an audience question for you, Congressman, from Jennifer St. Clair Russell. Jennifer, please take it away.
Hi, I'm Jennifer St. Clair Russell. It's exciting to finally have medications that can protect the kidneys by slowing or even preventing disease progression, but many patients can't afford them even with health insurance. How can we help patients access these medications, especially without adding more paperwork for providers who often find themselves in prior authorization purgatory and endless appeal cycles?
Once again, it starts with awareness. And, we have many folks that subsequently don't have quality health care or don't have any health care. And we need to continue to recognize those issues, and on the level that the congressional level is identify that issue and make the these wonderful drugs available to people wherever we meet them on the healthcare ladder. And I think that is really a way that what Congress should be doing is making sure that these drugs reach everyone that needs them. There shouldn't be a situation in this country where people are not afforded the opportunity to get these life-saving drugs because they can't afford them. We have an obligation in this country to support efforts to make sure that everyone is availed the opportunity to these drugs.
Congressman, do you see anything on the horizon that could help with CKD as far as what Congress can do maybe the rest of the year or going forward, or the administration on regulations? What is on kind of your wish list for coming up with solutions and getting patients the care they deserve?
Well, I mean, it's a continued battle, and sounding the clarion call, I'm very delighted to have received this great honor. But I just look at it basically doing my job, and something that I'm obligated to do. And so I will continue in that vein. And we need to just continue to support the efforts that we see, Kidney Foundation and other organizations are working towards, and to fill the gap where we can in order to support those efforts. I feel like I'm a supporter. These organizations are on the ground doing the great work, and I just feel an obligation from my bully pulpit to advocate for them in Congress and make sure that they get the resources they need and the opportunity to speak to change leaders in Congress that can be helpful in this fight.
I was talking to Congressman Brett Guthrie before, and he was making the point that, okay, we're in polarizing times, and there's a lot of partisan battles, especially on health care, notably the Affordable Care Act. But he says a lot of things can get done. Have you seen on combating kidney disease some bipartisanship, and do you talk to your Republican colleagues on some of these issues?
Absolutely. I mean, kidney disease is not a partisan issue. It crosses across the aisle and back. And so, we need to look at these things as human conditions and not make them political footballs. Everyone wants to have a healthy life. And, I look forward to trying to do everything I can to stem the tide of unnecessary needs for people to go through these very difficult situations and eventually, hopefully, operations. More screening is really the key to making sure that we get to folks in time before they succumb to kidney disease and then subsequently need a transplant. So, we'll continue to do the work we need to do, but I'm always engaging my colleagues on the other side of the aisle in reference to these situations because like I said, they are not partisan. They impact everyone in this country.
That's very true, Congressman. And not everything has to be a political football. And congratulations on your award, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And that brings us to the end of our program today. Thanks again to Bayer for its support of today's conversations. And thank you all for watching. For those of you who missed any of these conversations this afternoon, we will have video up on our website, thehill.com, very shortly. I'm Bob Cusack. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.